excellent.
Michael Major was one of the most respected film editors in the history of the medium. For Alfred Hitchcock, he cut Incoherence and Delirium.
David Lean credited him with the success of O'Flanagan's Niece.
And of course, he transformed Steven Spielberg's Indiana Jones and the Elephant and Castle.
Over the last few years, he turned his considerable talents from the world of feature films to that of the light entertainment comedy sketch show.
His unfortunate death by suicide came as a shock to us all, and we would like this programme to stand as a tribute to him and his work.
Smith & Jones, the uncut version. Uncut.
No, I don't want any tea.
Right.
Fine. We just do the bloody thing. We just cut it.
Nobody move! Right, hands where I can see them. Now, just do what I say, nobody's gonna get hurt, all right? Morning. How are we today?
Oh, God! Help me, my leg!
Yes, good. Now, which one of you nincompoops can tell me what's wrong with this patient? Come on, Frobisher, diagnosis, please.
Oh, yes, sorry, sir, yes. Well, you have been in the war, haven't you? My leg.
Oh, come on, Frobisher, get on with it. I've got all day. I've got another 4 million casualties to say after this.
Yes, well, his glands are quite swollen, but I don't think. Have you been having diarrhea trouble?
It's my bloody leg!
It's his bloody leg.
Well, of course it is bloody leg, Frobisher, but what's wrong with it?
Oh, it's not there!
So?
Has it been blown off?
Yes, of course it's been blown off. Will you get ready, breath, and we'll have you back up on your foot again in no time. The main thing is to get better and stop looking so bloody miserable. Right, come on, matron. Onward, ever onward.
Aren't you the lucky one? It isn't everyone sees the consultant, you know.
No, sorry, this is serious, you know.
I'm sorry, yes.
This is very painful for me.
Is it?
I mean, it's very difficult for me to talk about.
Is it? Well, don't.
Difficult, not impossible.
No, I'm sorry, yeah.
My life was ruined by booze, mate.
Was it? Yeah.
3 marriages broken up with drinking.
One of them your own?
Yeah. I remember I knew I'd reached rock bottom. I found myself lying in the middle of a potato field in Essex.
Yeah.
4 a.m, freezing cold, covered in my own vomit. I thought to myself, where am I? What am I doing? Where am I going?
You weren't my minicab driver last Friday, were you?
I've been on a bender all night.
Had you?
Yeah. I booked myself into one of those clinics, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was with the bender, was it? Or...
Have you ever heard of the Betty Ford Clinic?
No, I've not.
Well, it's basically a clinic in America where all the showbiz addicts go.
Oh, yeah. And what are they addicted to then?
Well, publicity mainly, but they also got their problems with the drink and drug abuse, you see, and they go there to get sorted out.
And does it work?
Oh, yeah, wouldn't it? Elizabeth Taylor went there.
Did she?
Oh, yeah, I mean, they clean her up completely.
Did she? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it worked so well, she went back 5 or 6 times.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Cured her of her addiction every time.
Every single time, yeah.
You went to the Betty Ford Clinic, didn't you?
Well, no, I didn't go to the... I went to the English equivalent.
Oh, what's that?
The Edna Callahan Clinic.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I went.
And what happened to you there, then?
Well, basically what they told me is alcoholism is a disease.
Is it?
Like measles?
Yeah. It's like measles or like having mumps,
Yeah. I expect it's a bit like being drunk as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is that as well. And you see, basically, they said it all went back to my childhood.
Did they? Yeah.
Because my mother took me off the breast too early and put me on the bottle.
Well, your mother wicked, wouldn't she? But giving a baby some whiskey at that age, really? It's true, yeah.
No, not a bottle of whiskey, a bottle of milk, obviously.
Well, what's the harm in that, then?
Well, see, this apparently, this led to me having this addictive personality.
Did it? Isn't that funny? 'Cause I've never found you have got an addictive personality. I can take it or leave it myself, can't I?
What I mean is that I'm addicted. I'm addicted to kind of like, everything really. Food and drink and fags. A lot,
yeah.
Dreadful. I can't leave it alone. I can't leave it alone.
Yeah. What, are you addicted to eating as well, then?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you the other thing.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to work.
Are you?
Yeah. Apparently, I am a workaholic.
Yeah, but you haven't done any work for 5 years.
Well, that's the treatment, isn't it? I have to stay away from it, don't I?
Oh, I see.
I mean, I do one little job and boom,
You're back on it.
back on the slippery slope.
Simple, isn't it? So you're a workaholic and you is an alcoholic as
Oh,
well,
yeah, it's frightening. Well, I mean, I nearly killed myself when I had that 24-hour job in the off licence, didn't I?
Yeah. And then you started taking your work home as well, didn't you?
Well, I was a kleptoholic as well.
Was you? A kleptoholic?
A kleptoholic, but I'm the same with everything. I'll tell you, the other night I was having my dinner, I had a little bit of cauliflower cheese with my dinner, and lo and behold, I end up, the whole night, I'm stuffing cauliflower cheese down my gob.
So you're a collyholic?
Yeah. I mean, listen to those stupid things. I listen to a couple of rock and roll tracks or something. I've got to listen to about 10 albums on it,
So you're a buddyholic?
Yeah. But, I mean, basically, at the end of Callahan, they helped me out. What they said is I've got to be true to myself and open and honest with my friends. You see what I mean? Tell my friends what I'm thinking, what's happening to me, and be honest with my friends, and my friends will give me help and support.
Have you got any friends like that, then?
Well, apparently not, no.
Somehow, when they talked about putting more police officers on the streets, this isn't exactly what I had in mind.
And that completes our first calibration. We'll talk again in 2 hours. Try and get some rest.
Check. Thank you, Control.
Well, nothing to do for the next 3 months.
Nope. I'm going to try and get some sleep, I think.
Just you and me. The two of us. I expect we'll get to know each other inside out by the end of that time. I mean, granted, we've been training together for 2 years, but when you think about it, I don't really know who you are, do I? And you don't really know what makes me tick either, do you?
No, that's funny, that, isn't it?
I'm looking forward to making your acquaintance.
Do you know any light opera?
Actually, I was just trying to get some sleep.
I do know some lovely polka duets we could learn together.
Commander Walker.
Would you mind very much calling me Binky?
Binky?
Yeah. It's what my wife used to call me.
Right.
God, I'm gonna miss her.
Commander Walker, this is none of my business, but I don't think this is a good time to get emotional. I think you really ought to try and put these sentimental thoughts behind you.
You're right. I'm being a romantic fool. The marriage was over years ago, anyway.
It is a rather odd question, but have you ever wanted to kill somebody?
Not yet.
Terrible, terrible temper on me. It's all right as long as people don't get, too close. I've tried counselling, I've tried everything. You just end up wondering whether you're gay or not, don't you?
Have you ever wondered that?
No?
I have.
Have you?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yes.
And I don't even look gay, do I?
No, you don't. You look completely straight.
You look gayer than I do. I don't look like a raging queen or anything, but you've got a very sensitive face. So, I suppose we're all latent homosexuals to one degree or another, aren't we? You know what they say?
No.
Better latent than never. Oh, I've got a stack of jokes. Everyone a gem. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Well, I heard you groan there, I just wondered if the old tum-tum was playing up. Because I'm in the totally wrong line of work for somebody with a digestive tract like mine. Under pressure, it's always the first thing that goes. Terrible attacks of flatulence. It's not as though you
Commander Walker, I'm finding this situation very difficult to deal with. I'm not sure I know how to resolve it.
Have you ever thought about giving your life to Jesus? I've got some pamphlets here.
They're written in proper ordinary language. I think you might find they're exactly what you need.
Hello? Hello? Obviously, I use an environmentally safe lavatory cleaner. It doesn't kill 99% of household germs, but it does get very disappointed with them.
One. Another one.
The funny thing is that people think the oddest things about the two of us. They think that because we work together all the time, we spend so much time in each other's company, that we actually live together. and of course, they're right. But I mean, separate rooms, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah. But in fact, only a small part of our year is actually spent working together. The rest of the time, we're away doing our different projects. For example, when this series finishes, I'm off to America to direct a film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What a peculiar way to find out about it. Where's that then?
Hollywood.
Great. Well, it's all right for some, isn't it?
Oh, come on. I'm hardly leaving you in the lurch. You've got a starring role in the West End, haven't you?
No. No, I haven't.
Well, what are you?
Well, I'm not sure, actually. I think I'll probably go to Whitley Bay. What on earth are you going to do in Whitley Bay? No sex, please, we're British.
But, Griff, what happened? I thought you were going to play the lead in the next Andrew Lloyd Webber show.
Well, no, I'm not.
Well, you were going out with him for lunch for about 3 weeks in a row.
I like his company.
Oh, come on, nobody's going to believe that, Griff. What did you... You didn't fail the audition, did you?
No, there wasn't an audition. I was offered the part, and I turned it down.
Why on earth did you do that?
Well, it turned out to be a musical.
Well, of course it was a musical! Andrew Lloyd Webber's the most famous writer of musicals in the world!
Well, he should have said something, shouldn't he? He had enough time between courses. I've never seen one of his wretched bloody things. I didn't know what it was.
Well, what was the show, anyway?
Well, it's a musical version of The Killing Fields.
Oh. Was it?
It's called Aspects of Terror.
Oh, I suppose he wanted you to play the, American journalist, Sydney,
No, he didn't. Oh, no, he wanted me to play Pol Pot, as a matter of fact.
Pol Pot? I'll just see that, actually, yeah. I'm putting on my Khmer Rouge. Yeah, I just... Griff, go back to him. Tell him you've changed your mind. You've got to do it.
I can't. I don't.
Why not?
Well, I can't sing, Mel.
You can sing.
I can't sing.
You can
No,
sing.
I can't. I've got no musical ability whatsoever. I'm tone deaf.
Griff, no one is tone deaf. Everyone has some musical ability.
What about Richard Stilgoe?
With the odd exception, obviously. Come on, stand.
No, I mean, look, take a leaf
stand.
out of
Come
Richard.
on, stand. Come on, yes, you can. Now, come on, look at me. Relax. Now, I'm going to show you how easy it is to sing, okay? Okay? It's easy, it is.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Come on, yeah, Griff, come here. Now, come on, just relax.
Yeah,
Just
all
relax,
right.
okay. I'll sing a scale.
All right, okay.
Okay, you sing it after me. Okay, it's very easy. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Yeah. Why don't we try a song? It'll probably be easier with a song, I think. Something, you know.
No, I
what's
can't cope with songs.
Look,
Songs
what's your,
really
now,
get
come
to-
on, what's your favourite song?
Layla.
Layla. Layla.
By Eric Clapton.
Yeah, I know it's by Eric Clapton. Yeah, okay, fine, why not? Why not? Layla. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the wrong kind of
Is
song.
it? Do you think
It's wrong
so?
kind-
Yeah.
We should just take a standard.
All right,
Something
okay.
everyone knows.
All right.
You know, what about yesterday?
Right, okay.
Yeah?
What's that?
Oh, the Beatles, you know, yesterday. All my troubles seem so.
That's by Shirley Bassey, isn't it?
Well, well, you know the tune.
Yes,
anyway.
all right, yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yesterday, relax, take it away.
Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. What's this?
It's the address of a little bed and breakfast I know in Whitley Bay.
I'm gonna leave old Durham town. I'm gonna leave old Durham town. And that leaving's gonna get me down.
British Rail regrets to announce that the departure of the 1350 from Durham has been indefinitely postponed.
I'm sitting in a railway station, ticket for my destination.
Well, we seem to be having a few technical problems here, so while we sort them out, here's a short animated film from Poland entitled The Bear and the Wedding Dress by celebrated dissident filmmaker Andrzej Majakowski. Now, we apologize for the delay. We'll bring you the Majakowski animated film The Bear and the Wedding Dress just as soon as we sort out the fault. Yes. Well, I'm sorry, apparently that was Majakowski's celebrated film, The Bear and the Wedding Dress. So now, without further ado, we're going straight back to the studio.
Olympus, luxurious home of ancient Greece's first family, the gods. Starring Marvin Garvin as Oedipus, Ed Bagels as King Laius, his troubled father, Linda Masseurs as Queen Jocasta, his troubled mother, Peter Kintickley as the Doctor, Duke Sandwich as Midas, the king with the golden touch, and Alexander Q. Textile III as the inventor Daedalus searching for his son Icarus, lost at sea in mid-flight.
Now, King Midas, what appears to be the trouble?
Well, Doctor, it seems that just lately everything I touch turns to gold.
Okay. Drop your pants, we'll take a look. Debbie, is there any news of Odysseus?
Nothing since the ship went down in Sicily, sir.
Time! Zeus! Daedalus!
Is this true what I've been hearing?
Yes, it's true. What have you been hearing?
You've been chasing women again.
Damn it, Digitalized! I employ you as a brilliant 48-year-old inventor, not some moral watchdog who lost his son Icarus in a tragic flying experiment.
Leave my late son Icarus out of this. I'm talking about Europa.
All I did was take on the shape of a bull and surprise her while she was bathing.
Well, I bet you surprised her. You've got to keep this out of the press. If the tablets get hold of it, you could end up spread all over Stone 3.
Perseus is here, sir, with his helmet of invisibility.
Tell him I can't see him.
Hippocrates to intensive care, calling Hippocrates. Hippocrates to intensive care, calling Hippocrates.
Digitalized?
Doctor, I came from Olympus as soon as I could.
The mind is a complex mystery, Digitalized. This poor guy can't even remember his own name.
Amnesia?
Possibly. Were you and Amnesia very close?
No, I mean loss of memory.
Oh, yeah, total. He has absolutely no recollection of the fire.
What fire?
You telling me there was no fire?
I thought he was washed ashore from the sea.
Who was?
Him, washed ashore from the sea and hasn't regained consciousness since.
He hasn't? Why didn't you tell me?
No. He's unconscious.
Well, that makes two of us. I'm sorry. I haven't been the same since the fire.
Amnesia.
Yeah?
Yes, Father.
Your mother and I, we've been thinking, you and I, we should have a little chat, man to man.
What sort of little chat, man to man?
Well, I think we should talk about the boys and the bees.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about screwing.
Yeah, well, in a way, well, anyway. Nature is a wonderful thing.
Why?
Take the bees, for instance, okay? They flit from flower to flower, carrying the pollen to pollinate the other flowers. And that is how baby flowers is made.
You don't say.
Yes, I do. Now, it's pretty much the same with us humans.
We're pollinated by bees?
Not as such. No, it's more like the female bee, the queen, okay? Now, she is fertilized by all the males, and then she lays hundreds of eggs, and they all grow up to be bees. And then they mate with the queen.
Their mother?
Their mother. What?
So it's the same for us humans?
No.
My mother's a queen.
No, it's not the same at all.
But you said it was.
Look, forget about the goddamn bees.
Sounds like the bees have got the right idea.
Why don't you just listen to me, you stupid little asshole?
Oh, I hate you, Father. I never want to speak to you again.
Oedipus, you come back here.
I'm going to Mom.
Oedipus, don't do anything silly. You'll go blind.
Well, Doctor.
Mustn't grumble. Thanks, Digitalized.
Queen Jocasta.
Digitalized has his memory come back.
He can't remember a thing.
Come on, Doctor. You must remember something. Like how this poor wretch was washed ashore from the sea with nothing but a few feathers stuck to his arms with beeswax.
Digitalized, what is it? You look shocked, stunned, overcome by strong emotion. You better sit down.
What is it?
Can it be that this is my son, Icarus?
Are you ready to order?
I think you better kick off, John. I've never eaten Thai food before. I'm a bit lost here.
Right. Well, we'll have some dak cock.
Dak cock.
Dak, duck, cack.
Dak, cat.
Next portion of cock, dock, sock.
Oh, it's off. The market was out of cock.
Dear, what do we have? Dew twat?
No, I don't fancy oysters.
Would I enjoy shag pot slop?
Do you like hot food?
Well, the hotter the better, normally, yeah.
Well, we'll have some hot shad. Extra pancakes, please.
Yes, sir. So that's pock, pig, dick, duck, cock, a duck, cat, a shag pot slop, and a hot shad. With
Yes. And a bottle of, Lutimer Riesling, please. Pardon?
Oh, nothing. Riesling. Very naughty word in Thai.
Mr. and Mrs. Roberts, I'm sorry to have to tell you, your son's underpants are the filthiest I've seen all this week.
In media, are there too many television programs on the television? Has television killed the art of making little bird sculptures out of tropical fruit? Should all the organs of the press be in the hands of one man? Let's start with newspapers. Who reads what?
No, I read which from time to time, but I've never heard of what. What's that?
You misunderstand.
I won't read the gutter press. I think they're an insult to women. I think page 3 should be banned.
Page 3 should be banned. I'm sorry, look, what is wrong with a few healthy young actresses in artistic poses? Well, what else are you going to put in their place?
People who are deliberately excluded from the capitalist press, like Ken Livingstone, Dennis Skinner.
Yeah, so you're still talking tits and arse then, basically.
I mean, I think the question is, do we really need another Quality Sunday?
Yeah, well, one would be a good idea, wouldn't it, really? I really, you see, as far as I'm concerned, a man has always been an inquisitive animal. Yeah. He's always wanted to delve into his neighbour's dustbins, and that's why television exists. Yeah. I mean, let's face it, if television wasn't here, somebody would have to invent it. Which is probably what they did, actually, historically.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Television is an endless flow of insipid, mindless trivia spewing into your living room.
Oh, dear, excuse me, love, I've just had my tea.
Take these Australian soaps.
Yeah.
Do we really care that Jane and Des are having an affair?
Jane and Des having an affair? They're not.
Daphne Hardy called in her.
Yes, Daphne, she's not dead. No, she is. She died.
What I'm trying to say
is...
sorry.
The
television exercises a disproportionate influence on our lives. Violence on television breeds aggression in society.
Yeah. No, I think Anne Robinson on television breeds aggression in society. Well, she does in me, anyway.
Yeah, cable and satellite broadcasting, do we think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I'm not sure.
Very bad. I mean, who wants to see Italian housewives taking their clothes off on television?
Well, I think it's preferable to British housewives taking a clothes off.
Yes, I think you're right there.
Yes, true. Yes. Now, there are some people who say that the advertisements are actually more entertaining than the programs.
That's certainly true on the BBC. I've always found.
Well, I think that's rather unfair on the programs. I mean, I was watching ITV the other day. I saw an absolutely brilliant show about this rugged old sea captain called Captain Birdseye, he was called, and he had this old pirate ship and all these kids, and he cooked them these little fishy things with sort of breadcrumbs all over them. It was absolutely brilliant. A bit short. Probably a bit short.
Yeah, I think
very, very good.
I think it was a repeat, wasn't it?
So, if I could just sort of draw a few threads together here, I just want to kind of sum up where we've got to so far. I don't want to repeat, obviously, what we've already said, but I think, without actually covering ground that's already been well trodden, we could just go over where we've got up to this point, then having...
This engine have gone again. Was it music, was it just then? They made us rock, ho, 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 with the television show. They got to fly our funny boat. These comic breaks, Smith and Jones. They don't just hit with such a plum. Where do they get their ideas from? Smith and Jones are no longer here. They're currently embarking on a new career. If you just joined us, you missed the show. Well, where you are an hour ago. They made us happy, they made us grin. So viewers, if you've been tuning in, replace the receivers on your telephones, because that's your lot.